Hey, guess what? I finally finished my DIY project. I am so excited. 2 weeks. Took a week longer than the original project projection, but I got it done. There was just some days I didn't feel well and didn't want to be bothered, but I finally finished. So, anybody that's been following me with this knows that I took a drafting table and converted it into a giant light box used for tracing, crafting, art, etc. Tattoo parlors use them, which is where I got the idea from. But anyway, I'm going to turn the camera around. I'm going to show you the drafting table and how I MacGyvered it. My light pattern, which I had to start over twice with. Um, Originally, I had just a plain pad with the strips under the glass, and that wasn't working. I was losing light, and it was too piercing to the eyes because anybody that looks straight into LED lights knows that it will blind the hell out of you. So I had to quit being lazy and take the longer approach. And another reason I hesitated was because I didn't have the proper tools or workspace. So I turned my mother's office into basically a disaster zone. You let her tell it I was in here building Frankenstein. But she saw the finished product and she was impressed. Yes, baby Jean was impressed. And if you know her, that's not easy to do. So, and she's the one I got the DIY bug from. Anyway, I digress. So, I'm going to turn this around and show you the original iPad I bought, which is what prompted me to go a larger route once it was damaged because my dog knocked it off the easel and severed the cord. And they wanted as much to fix it as I paid for it, which was $80, and I wasn't going to do that. So, went on good old YouTube and figured out what to do. So, again, I'm going to hand this over to my grandson here and there, but for right now, I'm just going to take you on a tour of the actual table. Okay, so, okay. This is the actual drafting table. It's chrome. I went with the industrial look. Only paid $124 for it on Amazon. And it does tilt up to a 90-degree angle, which I will show you later. Has a little caddy on the side. This is the actual light box. It came with 2 drawers. And this is my electrical center over here. Took a power strip, secured it, and each one of these switches correlates with a row of lights, which I will show you in a minute. Okay, can you move this for me, please? My trusty assistant. Uh-oh. Okay. So inside, this is the inside chamber. These are the LED strips. They are on the sides and they are in each section. The purpose of the beams are to hold the plexiglass, which you can see bows, which isn't good when you're going to go and diamond press because you have to push down and it would bow in the center and it would just be a disaster. So that was the purpose of that. So I didn't want that there because I want straight light, but it worked to my advantage because when you're diamond painting, you're not doing the entire canvas at one time. You are actually doing it in sections. So this would allow me, if I wanted to, I can work in section one section. I can turn this off and work only in section 2, section 3, and then I can always just have the sides for extra lighting. This is all of them lit up together, and it is blinding, trust me. Right, Kay? Blinding. My grandson's like, Granny. Okay, so put it down, sweetie. All right, so it's like night and day. Absolute night and day. So the purpose of that was because when you're diamond painting, and this is a canvas, this is 3 African ladies. So I will turn off the lights. So as you can see, you can make out their faces better when it's not lit. However, if I come in close, you can see the letters and the symbols. Well, if you're doing this to the naked eye for a while, it will give you a headache. This is the grid that shows you what color beads go with what section of the painting. So with the light, let you see the difference. That's the lit up section. That section is not lit. And only because I'm holding this up close, but from a distance at my eye level, I'm keeping it where I would be sitting. You cannot make out those letters and numbers without the illumination. So if I just wanted that section and I put on the side lights, it's even lighter. If I want it pure light, I turn them all on and it's completely lit up, which is freaking awesome. This is a completed one, which actually looks better without lights because it's done. Okay, can you hold the camera now? Okay, and this is the owls that's been completed, and you can see the sparkle in it. That's why it's called diamond painting. Absolutely beautiful. And this is my current project. Stand at this end, okay? The current project, which is the double peacocks. And that's it without the lights. And you can see that there's jewels here. And that's it completely illuminated. That's it completely illuminated. And you don't get the sparkle as much. And then here, I noticed that once the lights came on, that I do have little small tiny sections where I miss beads. It's like one bead here, one bead here, one bead here. I would have eventually found them when I go back and I use the row straightener, but that would have been at the end. This way I can catch them before it gets too out of hand. But yeah, so I'm almost done with this one. This is for my son, combination birthday and Christmas gift. And Kay, lift the table. So I'm gonna have my grandson lift it from the base down here, all the way down the metal. Just lift. Here, baby. Like that. Okay. Just lift. Okay, go ahead, lift. My grandson's gonna lift the table. No, the whole thing, son. The silver. Oh. Put this down. Lift it from here. Okay. And put your foot there. Okay. Keep lifting. All the way. All the way. It's not going anywhere. That's the table totally lifted. Let me back up. So it makes it so much easier to do what I need to do. And I MacGyvered the pin holder. And those are used to place the diamonds. And basically what I did was take pipe holders, pipe fittings, and made them double as pin holders. And this is what an original diamond pin looks like. But I purchased arthritic ink pens. You see how fat they are? Because when you're holding these pins, after a while, you start to get bursitis and carpal tunnel and all that. And I love the art too much to let that stop me from doing what I love to do. So put this back on me. I went ahead and did some MacGyvering again and fashioned those to how they are. And they are on here by number. They go from holding 3 beads to 15 beads at one time. And with them the way that they are, they're readily available for me to grab them as I need them and put them back when I'm done. So yeah, nothing too fancy, just enough to make life easier for me so I can enjoy my craft. But I will tell you that the striations that you see on this is not in the glass. This is the protective coating that I thought was the glass until I removed it and realized it wasn't. So I'm going to be looking for this film somewhere because it looks like it's cracked, but it's not. That's just a crease in the film. So yeah, I'm pretty proud of it. My grandson's impressed, my son is impressed, and hey, you know, My son knew I had it in me. Right, Buddha? To my project. Just tell him what you think of my project.
It looks great. It's outstanding.
Say it like you mean it. What you think of Grandma's project?
It's good.
It's good? Just good?
It's awesome.
It's awesome.
I think it's great.
Thanks.
Something that you fashioned out of yourself, out of pure mind. I think you did a great job.
Thank you, baby. You know your mama's brain is constantly on full-fledged, right?
Yeah, sometimes you should turn it off.
Yeah. I try. You guys didn't hear that, right? Anyway, so yeah, I'm happy. Finally finished. I can get back to doing what I'm doing and make this into a money-making opportunity. So these canvases are very reasonable. It's the actual artwork that is time-consuming, and I'm affording people the opportunity to purchase your canvas, and I will do the work, and we can work out a fair price so that you can have something that lasts for decades and hang up in your house, and just a beautiful conversation piece. So let me know. You know how to reach me. Peace out. Happy New Year 2021.